Y'all remember me telling you that I help out the old lady Sarah that had the stroke. I told y'all every once in a while I do things for people and don't expect, want, or they don't even have the capacity to give me anything. You know what I'm saying? But I did also mention that the very moment that person shows that they're unappreciative, or if they think that they got my services to take for granted, I pull the plug on that thing. I think the phrase I used was, I pull the tablecloth from underneath, like the magician does when he whips the tablecloth off the table and nothing falls off. That's what I do. Well, anyway, the lady Sarah, like I say, 70 years old, just had a stroke. She got 3 kids. They don't come see her. They don't do nothing for her. That told me right there initially, watch how you tread with this person, because, and that going forward, whenever you got somebody that says they don't have support system, they got family members that refuse to help them, you got to know something went wrong in that relationship, and it was probably caused by both people. I'm not giving her a pass and say that her kids are bad, and I'm not saying Sarah's bad because her kids don't fool with her. There's something in the middle of that. But there's enough there for me to know that a woman 70 years old, had a stroke, has 3 children who don't fool with her. She needs to be dealt with caution. But nonetheless, I'll still help her because I'm already blessed, and I look at it like I'm giving back. What you put out in this universe is what you get back. So, but nonetheless, she was always texting me in the morning, good morning, James, or good night, James, telling me about what's going on with her. And I think she was doing it to make sure she kept me close. Like, I'm going to text him today, meaning she says, I'm going to text him today to see if he responds, to see that I still got somebody in my corner. I'm like, okay, fine. So anyway, I think it was yesterday, I didn't get a good morning text from her. So I started it off. Not with good morning. I said, what you got going on for today? Like, what are your plans for today? And she going to ask me, why do you ask? And I'm like, I didn't say this to her, but I'm like, well, I'm asking, motherfucker, because you got kids that don't even fuck with you, and I'm showing you some type love, but you acting like this, I'm reneging, pulling all this back. I didn't say that. I just said, I'm just checking in. She said, oh, I misunderstood it. But what is there to misunderstand? You a 70-year-old, fat, old, ugly, white woman. I don't want nothing from you. Now, the fact that you old and white, that's not the real reason. Is that you're not attractive. She's not attractive. If I was attracted to her and she was old and white, I would see what it was hitting for. But with the stroke though, she don't got. Come on, man. And that's the thing. The stigmatism with black men, we'll sleep with anything. And like when I was in the hospital, when she was in the hospital and the nurses came to get her dressed, I was like, oh, okay, y'all getting her dressed. I'm gonna just step outside. So that way people would know that I'm not. No, man, that's disgusting, man. But when she said that, why do you ask? You don't have no reason to question any of my motives. If I ask you a question, you just better answer it, because you should think that I'm on your side. I'm gonna tell you something else I did too for her that I regretted doing it when I did it, and I'm not gonna do nothing like that for her again. Another red flag with her, she's got a dispute with her neighbor. Her neighbor is like a son husband, overweight, guy that lives with his mother and treats his mother, talks down to his mother. So he's definitely a son husband. Arrested Development, little boy that didn't grow up. She got a domestic dispute with him because he damaged her mailbox. I actually went and served him the papers that the court is supposed to serve so that he can get notification of the trial date.
Yeah.
Sean, this is for you.
What is that?
The papers that are being served to you. Next door neighbor Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, so you got that, right?
Yeah, I got that.
You got it? All right, take care, man.
Oh, isn't this the court for the January 29th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking care of that today.
All right. I just was so serve you that. You're welcome. I don't know this dude. That dude, I could have got shot doing some shit like that. But I did it anyway. I charged her $60 on credit. I didn't get the $60 yet, but she owes me now $260 that, until she pays me in full, I'm not doing anything for her anymore. No, because that's the one thing you're not going to do is question my motive for asking you what you doing today? Like when she mentioned, oh, I'm going to go get some, not this time, but a time before she mentioned going to get some furniture, asking me if I knew a good place to get furniture, implying, don't you want to go with me to pick out furniture? No. Why? Because I don't want anything from you. And also, they're about to her apartment complex, her apartment has mold in it. So right now she's staying in a hotel. The apartment complex has just notified her she got to be out of there by Wednesday, but her apartment ain't done. So that means she's going to be put out and not have nowhere to go. I definitely know where she ain't going. She wasn't going to do, no matter what happened, I wasn't going to move no 70-year-old woman to my goddamn house. For what? I don't want nothing from her. If she was a woman that I wanted something from, I still wouldn't move her in my house. But I would at least want to, but I wouldn't do it. But now that she didn't pull that flim flam, like, why are you asking? Like, it's none of your business. Okay, yeah, exactly. So get somebody else to help you do everything from now on. I'm completely exonerated from helping you because, you know, I was only doing it for the blessing that I've already gotten. So I don't need the $260 you owe me. It'd be nice if you gave it to me, but you're telling me you're not going to give it to me until you get this lawsuit settled with the people in your apartment complex. Man, come on, man. That means I ain't getting my money. But it also means I ain't helping her no more.